All right, guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you're logging in from. And welcome to this Saturday's overview and workshop of ECLIPCITY. Well, let me just change the speaker view here. So glad to see you all. We're already, surpassing more than 67, close to 70 people on the call. And, we have a lot of announcements to go this week. As you probably have seen, we have had a lot of stuff happening this week that was, and we also have a lot coming this coming week. So we're actually going to go through each and everything. First and foremost, I just want to say congratulations to each and every one on this call for everything that has happened in the ECLIPCITY ecosystem. I want to thank each and every one of you for the massive support, the massive commitment, and all the efforts done towards our community. We are truly making a difference, and I believe that that is why everyone is here. Now, if you guys have any questions during the presentation, let me know in the chat box. Just type them in there. I'll try to keep an eye on that as well. We'll do a short presentation overview, and then we're actually going to go through things in more detail. So if you have any questions about the particular platform or project we're talking about, let me know in the chat box. I'll try to keep track of that, and we will move forward. Now, let us start out by just sharing the screen and having a look at where we are right now. Let me see if we can get everything down here. So, as I said, I want to congratulate each and every one of you because we have reached, several massive milestones. We're going to go through them all here. First and foremost, guys, we have more than 236,000 users in the ECLIPCITY ecosystem in less than 3 months. This is actually one week, and we're 3 months since we deployed TronChain, then 3 weeks after we deployed Cyberchain as well. Now, having a momentum of more than 4,000 people coming in daily, that is massive in such a short amount of time. And, it just shows you guys where we're heading. Now, total platform deal value so far is 35.5 million, and the revenue commission that has been earned by our members is more than 22.2 million. That is an amazing, amazing achievement. Now, in order to let you guys just understand what ECLIPCITY is all about, let me just break it down for you, because we are what we would call the world's first blockchain software and technology platform. It is for growing networks, revenue, and earnings. It is what we would call a BaaS marketplace. Now, BaaS stands for blockchain software as a solution. And it will actually provide you and anyone else with software tools, trainings, and anything that you or your business needs to enhance your business efficiency and revenue growth. So what we're looking at is a marketplace of blockchain solutions, not just one, but multiple that we provide and even others provide. Now, BaaS is actually is seen as the SaaS industry version 2.0. And it will surpass the old and outdated SaaS model. It's been very, you had SaaS, then you had DaaS, which was desktop as a service. And the next step in this evolution is without a doubt BaaS. It is blockchain as a solution. Now, what can you find in ECLIPCITY? Well, you can find anything within dapp games, DeFi services, smart contract audits, personal accounts, fintechs, and growing networks, of course. And through becoming a user in our network, in the ECLIPCITY ecosystem, you can start to earn a commission for helping companies use the BaaS systems. Now, just to explain it, the ecosystem, BaaS blockchains, globally distributed software network marketplace. This is where we can actually tap into an unlimited audience, unlimited growth, sustainable long-term tools, and to create projects gathered within a complete and always expanding marketplace, all supporting the community again. We will also have a unified training system for all community partners and a professional technical support service. All of this is very unique for the ECLIPCITY BaaS marketplace. It's what I would call a BaaS aggregator. So when you actually go to ECLIPCITY and log in, you will be able to view any project that we have in ECLIPCITY. You will be able to view any affiliate networks we have, any online games, any DeFi services, and you will also be able to, I'm going to keep this for a little bit later, but we will be able to view every single blockchain company in this world that will be providing some sort of service within the blockchain industry. So that is going to be very, very exciting. Now we have a small FAQ as well. What is ECLIPCITY? What does BaaS mean? What is a BaaS marketplace and why BaaS? Now we will develop this a lot more. As you know, guys, we have a lot on our hands. We'll be focusing on, well, mostly two things, well, three things actually the past week, which is one of our first DeFi services, which is USWAP. We also have deployed the beta version of our online game, ADEN'S Fall, which is an extension of Lineage 2. And we also reached a high milestone where our partnership is now able to, where ECLIPCITY will now be able to provide each and every single member with a banking opportunity where you can actually receive a debit card, you can actually have a credit score, you will have online banking through a blockchain-based service. And this is kind of really, really cool. I'm going to show all of you this. Now we're going to, let me see here. Let's scroll back up. So very easily, or very simple to know what ECLIPCITY is that it's a marketplace. It's a marketplace where you can find and tap into anything within blockchain software and solutions. So this is what ECLIPCITY wants to deliver to the people. And as you guys know, our main and biggest network right now, which started everything, is TronChain. Now, TronChain, just going quickly over to that, is just nothing but amazing. Let's have a look at the numbers here. We can see that more than, well, close to 1.3 billion TRX has been deposited to the TronChain smart contract, and that is in less than 3 months. Close to 800 million already paid out, leaving more than 430. And daily, we can see that this fund is growing. The health of this project, you know, is beyond everything else. And if we're looking at the total numbers, we can see 198,914 members in this community. Now, that is an amazing, amazing achievement. Now, going over, we also, of course, have Cyberchain. Well, let's just, which is our extension. Let me see what else. We could just switch to Wallace here and get in. Now we can see in Cyberchain, we also have, what is it, close to almost 40,000 members, 37,296. Now, if that is not an achievement, well, I don't know what to call it. Now, so I want to show you guys, you've probably seen the post I made, and if you haven't, this is absolutely something you want to have a look at. So this is coming very, very soon. I know I've been talking a lot that we will have our own branded debit card. Well, here it is, my friends. Here you can actually see the app version. You can see the desktop version in, well, it is the landing page or where you actually apply for or log in and apply for the card as well. So ECLIPCITY will actually have its own branded debit card that we can deliver to more than 170 countries around this world. And any member in our ECLIPCITY ecosystem will be able to get this card. And it's not a high cost. I think somewhere between $20 to $25. We haven't really set that price yet. But this is an amazing opportunity for people all over the world. We know, guys, there's more than 3 billion people in on this planet that do not have access to banking. This is something that we can help achieve or help them solve. This is a banking service which is based upon a blockchain service. We're SEC approved in the United States, in the Philippines, and multiple other countries as well. That is why we can deliver this card to more than 170 countries. So guys, this is going to be amazing. I just can't wait to get this, you know, start to ship this card. Hopefully, don't quote me on this, we will be able to release the portal so that you guys can actually download the app and apply for the card within 7 to 10 days. So we are, you know, very, very close on this. I do see there's some questions in the chat box. I'll have a look at them shortly to see if there's anything about this. Now, I just wanted to have a look at some of the other images as well, because I haven't showcased all of them. So for example, when you have your card, you can actually go into your portal, which you will have. So this is the card itself. Now you have a portal on your desktop version or your mobile as well, of course, where you will be able to go in, activate your card, etc., etc., and also, of course, keep an overview of everything you have. If you're familiar with Virex or Crypto.com, these are credit card providers as well that you have an app with them. You don't have actually the desktop version, but here you have a full overview, and it's all based upon, well, your ECLIPCITY portal. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. I do believe that there are thousands of people in our community that has a need for this. And there's also thousands, if not tens of thousands, that just wants this. You know, easy liquidation of cryptocurrency is one of the most important things. It's not just about how much you can earn, but it's also how much you can actually spend and use. So it's important for us to provide liquidity to our community members. And that is exactly what we're doing with this. Now, as I've said before, the unique with this partnership, my friends, is that, well, we all know that we pay a fee to the credit card provider when we use their credit card, when we convert, when we top up, when we withdraw or swipe our card. Well, we're still going to pay a fee, but that fee will be diverted back into the ECLIPCITY ecosystem and will be added again to the TronChain community fund. That means the more people that utilizes our ECLIPCITY ecosystem or our ECLIPCITY debit card, the more money goes back into the fund and it goes back out to each and every one of you. So this, you know, will be an amazing and great addition of creating not just a full ecosystem with liquidation of cryptocurrency, but also an additional income to the ECLIPCITY ecosystem and TronChain itself. So I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, that was just one too far. Let's see what we have. All right, so okay, we have this, we have the app. Now, just stay excited for this. I wanted just to show you guys this because, you know, we're really close. We have reached multiple milestones with this company. We're just going through the final, well, audit with the bank, so to say. We should be ready within 7 days. So we are ready to lock and load and provide you guys with a debit card. Now, there's so much unique about us, but one other thing here is, guys, is that this is actually the first card that will be able to convert TRX to fiat and fiat to TRX. So that is huge. I don't know any other card that does that, but we will. So that is a massive, you know, milestone, not just for the community itself, but also for TRX and the use of Tron. Now, let me just have a look at the chat box here and see if there are, let me see. All right, so regarding the debit card, is it preloaded or is it a credit card? It is preloaded. Now, you will never, ever, I don't think you will ever get a credit card based upon cryptocurrency because it's based on credit. Well, cryptocurrency is a debit card. That means you top it up and then you use it. So, you know, of course, in able to spend or use a cryptocurrency card, you will need a cryptocurrency as well. You add that into the wallet, you convert it as you wish, and then you go and swipe your card wherever you want as well. You see, so this is, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Awesome. Apologies for that. Now, moving forward from the debit card, this is hugely exciting and a great addition, and it's something that will draw a lot of attention towards ECLIPCITY as well. You know, there's never been a smart contract that actually offers a debit card to their community. There's never been a smart contract project that actually ties that entire community together. So this is, you know, this is a milestone. Now, what is the limit on the card per month? I don't have those details right now, but you know, you won't be needing more, so to say. The limits for spending, withdrawals, using, topping up, and all this is, you know, as we need them. They're not low, they're not, you know, extraordinary high, but we will release the details a little bit later. Now, let me see here. Moving forward from the debit card, let us go into DeFi, my friends. Well, if you've been following my updates as well, you know that our decentralized financial service USWAP is, you know, more or less ready to go. We were ready on Friday, but we decided that we want to deploy this, you know, Monday or Tuesday instead, so that we have the entire dev team and everybody working with us on spot, you know, so it's not a weekend or anything like that. Now, to show you guys what USWAP is, it is, well, this is just an image of it, but it is a decentralized exchange, very similar to Uniswap on Ethereum or justswap on the Tron network. Now, USWAP will be the first proper decentralized exchange on the Tron network that is not tied to Justin Sun in any way. Now, we know JustSwap is Justin Sun's. Why did he deploy this? Well, because he wants to start develop the DeFi ecosystem that he knows it has such a huge potential. Now, what are we doing? Well, we're giving people a second option. Just like we have multiple DEX exchanges on the Ethereum network, there will be multiple on the Tron, but we will make sure that we capture this market. So what we did is that we have basically studied everything and everything in any project on both the blockchains. And we decided we were going to make, well, an improvement, a combination improvement of Uniswap version 2 and JustSwap. And that is exactly what we're doing. This will be deploying next week. And guys, this is just the beginning of our entire ecosystem of decentralized finance. Now, as you can see, now what does this exchange does? Well, it allows people to swap and exchange currencies, between each other instantly without, order books, without buying, selling in this way. It is an exchange where you have instant liquidity, and it also follows the prices and the agendas that is. Now, why do people use a decentralized exchange? Well, they do so because they can actually take part of all trading fees that goes towards this exchange and receive that as revenue. Instead of having, as Binance, where you have a CEO and a company that stands behind a centralized exchange, receiving all revenue and fees from this exchange, we now have a decentralized exchange where us, the people, can add liquidity to the exchange and receive revenue from all the 0.3% trades that are going on. So everyone pays a fee of 0.3%, and this is actually shared among the liquidity providers that is coming into the exchange. Now, not only that, this is actually just a brief and a basic overview. Not only are you going to receive, revenue in terms of trading fees, you're also going to receive a reward in the form of the proprietary token UME. Now, UME is, of course, a new token on the market. As said, it's the proprietary token to the USWAP exchange. And as a function within the ecosystem, UME will be the governance token for the USWAP exchange. That means that you, as a UME holder, can actually vote and propose and vote for listings to this exchange. Not only that, guys, the UME will be the only token that will be used for the genesis mining of the EFT token. That is the ECLIPCITY finance token. Now, the EFT will be the governance token of the entire ECLIPCITY ecosystem. It will have a total supply of 35,000 only, and the only way to get it is by staking UME, or actually through a liquidity pool, staking UME and TRX onto USWAP, and then using that liquidity pool token you're receiving to stake on the farming side. Now, what does this mean? Well, it automatically means that we're driving traffic towards USWAP. People who want to have EFT or want to be a part of the genesis mining of EFT will have to either provide liquidity and earn UME, or if they're lucky, buy UME on the exchange at the day we launch the EFT farming or the mining. So the UME pool, you will not be, or the UME token, you will not be able to sell it, trade it, do anything with it until we open the EFT mining. At that point, we open the UME liquidity pool on USWAP as well. You can buy it and you can sell it. Most of us will use the UME to stake more EFT. That is what the entire ecosystem more or less will do. Of course, you will have some that will trade it, buy it, and sell it. But what this will do is that it will create such scarcity on both the UME and EFT that we will develop a long-term stability in the growth of this price. That is the main goal for ECLIPCITY. We are actually hiring in experts within economics and tokenomics in order to develop an economic distribution plan for these tokens. Because what we've seen is that of all the DeFi projects that has been executed on the Ethereum network and the Tron network, most of them have failed. And that is due to poor execution and rushing into a launch, not having everything set. That is where we are very, very different. We are taking our time. We could have launched this exchange last week if we wanted, if we just wanted to catch a wave. But we're not about catching a wave. We're about creating the wave itself. That is what we're doing. So guys, we have a lot coming up next week. Of course, as said, the USWAP exchange will launch. The UME token will start to be rewarded to those who provide liquidity to the exchange. Tutorials on this will, of course, come. A week or two later, we will deploy the EFT mining. Until then, it's just about gathering as much UME as possible, because that is what you can use to earn the EFT. Now, of course, after the Genesis mining, which is the most profitable mining, we will open up several other pools as well, so that other tokens then UME can be used. So you can actually use, for example, Sun TRX. You can use USDT TRX. There's will be multiple options. But if you want to take part of the Genesis and most profitable mining of the EFT token, you want to have the UME token, and you want to go into the liquidity pool once we open. All right, so there is, all right, so a question, is there a referral program on USWAP DEX? No, there is no referral program on the USWAP. It is a completely decentralized exchange where people will come. Now, what we're doing to add or to create that, what can we say, that demand, that push for USWAP that you could have gotten, maybe could have gotten with a ref program. What you need to think about is when you have a ref program, what you're bringing is mostly marketers. It is not the essence of the community that we want, which is the cryptocurrency investors, enthusiasts. That is the people that are using DEX exchanges, DeFi services. It's not MLMers, it's not network marketers or affiliate networks that utilize this. We are actually the first network or affiliate network that is tapping in to DeFi services in order to fuel an entire ecosystem. So let me see, total supply of the USWAP token. This will be disclosed when we actually launch the exchange. So if you just wait until Monday or Tuesday, we will have the total supply for that. But it will be, you know, a lot higher. I'm thinking somewhere between maybe 90 million, 900 million. We haven't set that yet. We're looking to have a meeting and discussion with the experts within economics on Monday. So after that, we will have the reply for this. Now, moving over to the final edition of the ECLIPCITY ecosystem this week, we would have to go over to, well, a game actually. Guys, we deployed the world's first online role game where you can actually play and win cryptocurrency. In this instance, of course, TRX. Now, ADEN'S Fall is the game. ADEN'S Fall, it is an extension of Lineage 2. This is a game that we have, well, more or less developed on our own service. It is, of course, a replica, but it is with extensions. This is a new setting to the game. And guys, the Lineage 2 has millions of gamers all around the world spending thousands of dollars on this game every single month. We're now giving them an opportunity to play that same game with extensions, with modifications, and they can actually win cryptocurrency while playing it. It's not just about spending, it's also about winning. Now, let me see if we can just showcase it really quickly here. I'm going to click on start. We'll see if my computer is up to date and we'll run it. I just want to show you guys, very simple. So the online game, there is a network to it, but it's only for your direct. So you will actually receive a 5% commission on any deposit from your direct person that is playing this game. But it's not made as a network. That is not the main thing. The thing here is that we're tapping into a new billion-dollar industry that we know is, you know, is spending thousands of dollars every single month. As I said, it's a billion-dollar industry. And we are now tapping into this, giving them an option to play where they can actually win cryptocurrency. They can, of course, lose it as well. But the main thing is that whatever they spend on the game, they can actually win back. This is something that will draw, with time, millions and millions of players. I can guarantee you that. And the unique thing here is that, of course, the ECLIPCITY ecosystem will receive a percentage of everything that is being deposited. It is not a high percentage, it's a low percentage, but it's still a percentage. And it's, as said, tapping into a new multi-billion-dollar industry as gaming. Now, let me just see if I can show you quickly here. Let's go in quickly and see if I can show you guys a little bit how it works. You know, these are, you know, I'm very, very excited about this game. There's so much to do. You can have multiple characters, of course, you can select that. You need, of course, to be able to upgrade your character at any mode. Let me just see if I can find what I'm looking for here. I should just go and start, I think. Let me see. So here we have the game. I think you guys can see it. It's probably a little laggy on yours, but basically this is the beginning of the game. You are doing quests, you're gathering, you're playing against other online gamers. And as said, whatever they spend on this game, you can actually win from them. If you battle another online gamers, you will win cryptocurrency if you win them. If they win you, they will win the cryptocurrency. So, you know, this we have high hopes for this games. We're really looking forward to see how this will be received on the market. We already have, well, I already have online gamers that are looking at this game and they are super excited, I gotta say. And one of them actually has, you know, a follower for more than, or close to 2.5 million on his YouTube channel. And, you know, that is just beyond anything. And he's, you know, very excited about starting to push this game. He's going to start to make videos, going to play it a little bit, start questing it, and then starting to do videos and tutorials for his 2 million viewers. As said, guys, we are tapping into an unlimited audience with ECLIPCITY. So I'm trying to look for the entrance on this one. I'm not really finding it right here. But yeah, you see the basics of the game. Now, there will be a lot of additions coming up. There's also a game token for this game, which will actually make this a DeFi game. Now, the thing is that one of the tokens, or the game token that we can actually win in this, will give you a governance control over the game. That means that if you hold more than 1% of the game token, you can make proposals, additions, add-ons. You can ask, and it will be taken as a request, and we will have it as a proposal in the entire ecosystem. So the gamers can control how this game will move forward. So this is, you know, we're not going to talk too much about it. I just wanted to show you guys very quickly how this works. It is something that, you know, I personally enjoy it a lot. I love gaming. I've always done. Let me see if I can just find the way out of here, guys. Let me see. Game. This is a huge game. There's so much to do. You know, I played it for a couple hours so far, but you know, I really need to go into this game and play it properly to be able to give proper instructions and videos on it. But you know, what's exciting is that, you know, we are moving forward. You know, I've been in so many communities and so many networks where people say this is going to happen, this is going to be done, you know, this is, you know, we're soon there, and it never happens. You know, while here in ECLIPCITY, when we say something, we actually do it. I said for a while we're going to have a game. I said for a while we're going to have a debit card. I said for a while we're going to have DeFi services. And guess what, guys? Within a week to 10 days, all of these are going to drop on the market. Everything. The game is already out there. It's being tested by beta testers. I have a group of about 120 players that are on this right now. You know, we're taking suggestions and taking feedback. We're going to develop even further. But, you know, next week we're coming with the USWAP. Hopefully next week or the week after, we're coming with the debit card. It's just going to be service upon project that will increase the sustainability and the longevity of the entire ecosystem of ECLIPCITY. That is important to know, that everything we do, everything that we will deploy as a project or as a service will in some form or way support the ECLIPCITY ecosystem and the TronChain community. What's important to know is that TronChain is the heart of ECLIPCITY. It is the driving moment that has brought together the entire community, and it's also our decentralized support fund. It is our aid. It is where everyone in our community and outside the community can go and be a part of the ECLIPCITY community and receive support back. They make a deposit to the TronChain Community Fund. We had close to 1.3 billion TRX deposited so far by 200,000 members. Guys, everything is about TronChain and building an ever-expanding ecosystem of blockchain services for our community members, to prosper, to thrive. This is what we're doing, and we're not just saying to do it, we are doing it. I'm really, really excited about everything that we're launching now, but most of all, I'm excited about the DeFi services. I'm excited about USWAP. Why? Because, guys, Uniswap alone on the Ethereum network pulled in more than $36 million in trading fee revenue their first year in business, their first year of trading. Imagine what we can do with USWAP. Imagine what we can do with our community. Imagine what we can do on the Tron blockchain, dominating and conquering that space, moving and pulling people from Ethereum and from Tron to our network. We will be among the biggest ecosystem, the biggest community, the most well-known, the most reputable DeFi services in the world. I can assure you of that. So guys, we're heading for greatness, no doubt. We have so much has already happened, but it's absolutely nothing compared to what is going to happen. You guys have achieved so much in such a short time, but as I said, it's nothing compared to what we will achieve as we move forward. So I want to thank each and every one of you for that, for being on, for having your commitment and your efforts towards our ecosystem. You guys are what makes this what makes it happen. It is not just what I do; it is what the community does. This is all an equal effort from all of us, and that is why it is a financial decentralized ecosystem. Everything we do will support the TronChain community through topping up the community fund and having funds or revenue and profit going out to our community members. All right, guys, if you have any questions, if there's anything that you would like to know, let me know in the chat box. We've been going on for about a half an hour about what we have been going through or what's coming up and where we are. If you have any questions, just let me know. How can we buy all services? Can we buy all services with Tron? Well, basically, more or less, yes, because everything that we're developing in our ecosystem is on the Tron blockchain. Right now, we're waiting for the Ethereum 2.0 version to come down so that we can actually enjoy the Ethereum blockchain without the high gas fees. So that means everything we do, everything that we deploy within DeFi, within smart contracts, it's going to be on the Tron blockchain. So everything you will be able to use TRX and for everything more or less. Can we earn EFT by staking Tron? Yes, but not in the Genesis mining. When we launched the Genesis mining, that means the first mining pool. So let's say, for example, we have 35,000 total supply. Let's say in the Genesis mining, there will be 5,000 or 7,500 in that pool. Now, anyone that goes into this pool, this is the first pool that will open. It is also the most profitable ones. It is the one that will have the highest API. That is the annual percentage yield. Now, in order to receive EFT, you need to stake both UME and EFT in the liquidity pool on USWAP. That is the only way to access the Genesis mining. That is by staking UME and TRX on the USWAP exchange and using the liquidity pool token that you're receiving out of this to mine in the Genesis. Now, once the Genesis mining pool is over or done, we will open up multiple other pools. We will have a single TRX pool. We will have a single USDT pool, but then most of the pools will be liquidity pools. That means that you're adding two types of cryptocurrency into USWAP. You're receiving a liquidity pool token back, and that is what you're using to stake with or to earn it with. So let me see here. All right, so see here, there's a lot of questions about the mining and the EFT. How long will the time take for mining of all 35,000? Not sure. I haven't decided. It all depends on how much is going into the staking, how much is being used, how many are in the pool. But as I said, our experts in economics are right now developing a model for the distribution of this token that will be based upon your liquidity provided. That means the amount of LP tokens that you have and the amount of time that you're staking, how many people are staking, how many tokens are in the pool, and how long is this pool going to stay open. So there's a lot of factors coming into play when we're looking at the distribution model of the token. So therefore, when it comes to details about this, about EFT, about how much to receive, how much to stake, how much to do this, these details will come as we move forward and as we're getting closer to launch. So I thank you for that. Let me see. Are we going to be able to buy TRX with fiat, and will we have to validate ID if so? So yes, Alex, so we will actually be able to buy TRX with fiat. You can actually top up the account, your portal with fiat, and then you can buy TRX, and then you can use it as you wish. We will have to validate ID, yes. So when you actually download the app, the portal itself, you will have, there will be a corporate or a company login for ECLIPCITY. So everyone will have like a login ID. It is the same for everyone, is to come to our portal, and it's where you can access. Now at that place, you have your own account. You will just upload your ID, your driver's license or such. And if you have it, I do believe that it is needed a proof of residence. That means if you received letter back home with your address, just you just take a picture and you upload it in the app. Very simple. I've gone through the process. It is no hassle at all. Once we order the card, it is about between 7 and 11 days before you actually receive it. But still, that is quick. I've been waiting for some cards more than 3 months. But, so I'm very, very happy with this. And as we move forward towards the issuance of the debit card as well, we will, of course, disclose the partnership, the bank, and everything that is in motion to make this work. So that people, because it's important to know that it is not just within ECLIPCITY. It's not that we made a financial portal and that we are just, starting to issue a debit card. It's not possible. We are actually going through a partnership with a real financial provider, with an agreement that has an agreement and partnership with an official bank, and all of this will be disclosed to all of you once we're ready to give this information out, of course. And that is the moment we can start issuing the card. Let me see here. All right, so question, team from Latin America is growing really, really fast. Is there any news about a convention for Latin America in the near future? I wish I had, I really wish there was, but due to the situation of COVID and the pandemic and everything that's going on, there are so many countries that are having, well, more or less every single country out there is having restrictions. And we can't really, it's a shame because we can't really do as much as we would like to. Guys, if this COVID wasn't right here right now, you would have seen me in more than 20 countries already, co-hosting, with all of you leaders to make sure that this community is growing. Guys, we are different. And as soon as this COVID is, going down a little bit, as soon as we can start travel without, having to go through multiple procedures and steps and such, we will have our first international convention, following by many, many more as well. Will ECLIPCITY be an app or is it website based? We will have an app in the future. It is something that we will develop, but it is not something that is, kind of high up on the priority list. Right now, our priority is, completing, well, the game is actually completed, but of course, continuing to complete that, and as well complete USWAP, the EFT mining, and our upcoming lending platform. I haven't even mentioned that one. We have, it's almost done, almost ready. We will have a lending platform where people can actually lend their cryptocurrency against collateral and receive profit and revenue for doing so. And now let me see here. Are you planning for a trxchain token for sustainability of TronChain? That would be good if you implement. We're all waiting for trxchain token as well. I have had that proposition a couple of times now. People have asked me, are we going to have a token for the TronChain community or the Cyberchain community? And we're actually looking into the possibility of doing so. nothing said, nothing, you know, written in stone or anything, but we are looking into a possibility of rewarding those who deposit to TronChain. That means everyone, new members as old members, will be rewarded in a specific token. And that token, again, you will of course be able to trade and you can buy and trade on USWAP. But the more important thing is that, of course, we need a usability for it. So what can you use the token for? Well, you can use it, if we do it, you will be able to use it to mine and stake EFT. That is what everybody should be wanting. The EFT with 35,000 supply, if you can just hold a half of those or one of those, you're in a very good shape, my friend. And of course, having the opportunity to be among those who vote and govern the ECLIPCITY ecosystem and all, you know, all of these services that we have, all DeFi services and such, they have a profit sharing, they have, you know, a way of sharing income. And that is what you will be part of deciding how that revenue will be shared among its users, among the liquidity providers on the swap, for example, among the players on the game, among the lending providers on the lending service. So there will be so much. People will see such huge value in holding that token because they can help. They can be a part of controlling this community of ECLIPCITY and everything that will come. Let's say that if you're holding a larger portion of that token and you have an idea that you see this would be amazing for ECLIPCITY, propose it. You have the power to do so with the EFT token. And of course, everyone else will be able to see this proposal and vote for it. Do we want it? Do we don't? If it's a good proposal, people will vote yes, and you will get your ID through. This is how we bring it down to a proper decentralized level where you guys are in control of what is happening in this ecosystem. All right, when will the Genesis staking with UME tokens start? Will the EFT we get start a particular price, and where the liquidity for EFT is coming from? Great questions there, Sergio. So we haven't set a date for the Genesis mining yet. UME, let me see here. When we will do the Genesis staking with UME, will the EFT we get start have a particular price, and where does the liquidity for EFT come from? All right, so the EFT will have zero value when it's being dropped. It will have zero value. It has absolutely no financial value whatsoever, which is why I ask you all to earn it, not to buy it. Now, if you absolutely want to buy it, you will do so on the USWAP exchange, and the price will be set by the first person who sells it. And from there, of course, it will be adjusted up, down, depending on the demand and supply for it. Now, the liquidity for EFT will come from both ECLIPCITY, as you know, as developers, we will be adding a certain amount of liquidity to the pool, but it will come from the community as well. Once you get the EFT, do you want to sell it, or do you maybe want to put it into a liquidity pool, you know, providing liquidity, earning fees, and then using that to earn even more EFT? You know, we're spinning this in multiple ways so that you can use our tokens to earn the EFT and use EFT to earn EFT. And, you know, it all spins towards each other so that the community is providing that liquidity that is needed. What we're adding is just extra because the way that we're doing it is unlike anyone else. What we studied all these projects out there. The Sun, they added a liquidity of 14 million, the developers. Same with Uni, they added 17 million in liquidity several months before they even dropped it. If we're looking at YFI, the developers had more than $3 or $4 million in liquidity almost 3 months before it even took off, before people really realized what it was, that it was a service, that it was a token. Guys, we already have all that. YFI had nothing. They didn't have a community when they started. Neither did Sun. Okay, they had the Tron community. But just as we're launching EFT, we got the Tron community as well. But the way that we're launching everything, we're really thinking things through. Why are people coming to the USWAP? Well, basically because they want EFT, right? That is at least the community, because the only way to get EFT is by having UME. The only way to get UME is by providing liquidity on USWAP. So we're bringing that kind of motion and flow into both the exchange, the mining, and everything that we're doing. So that is why, you know, when we're looking at the liquidity that they have added in different projects, they started with zero. Guys, we have a community of 240,000 people around this world. We have more than 190,000 visitors to ECLIPCITY every single month. That is a lot of eyeballs. That is a lot of people, and that is a lot of people that would like to participate in the EFT mining, that would like to participate in the DeFi services that we provide. Why? Because we provide confidence, trust, stability, and longevity. And when people start to realize our DeFi projects, our community will already have a huge advantage among everyone else that comes in, that wants to mine, that wants to use the USWAP, that wants to buy the UME, because you guys are what will be holding this. You guys are what will be providing. I'm not saying everyone, but most of you will be providing liquidity to USWAP to earn a UME in some way. Now, when everyone else comes 2 weeks later to buy UME on the exchange because EFT launched, what happens? Well, you're going to be the ones that sells it. Well, some of it, of course, maybe. I don't know. Or you're using that to add it into the liquidity pool to mine more EFT. But the basics is that we're building we already have a demand, and we're building a demand that is building itself. So it's all part of what we say, a kind of a cycle that will push everything for the long term of our ecosystem. All right, let me see here. Let me see. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading. How do we start playing the beta version of the game? James, if you reach out to me on Facebook, or if you can just actually search ADEN'S Fall Beta Test on Facebook. There will be a Facebook group there. You can also go to my personal profile. If you just scroll down a little bit, you will see that I made a post a few days ago asking for beta testers. Just, you know, give me a, you know, a chat or, you know, message on Facebook, and I'll get you that link, or you could just search it up and search for entry into the group. Let me see. All right, so we have to stake TRX in USWAP to earn the UME token. Am I right? By providing liquidity. Close, very close. Let me just share the screen here, guys. Let me just share the screen, and let me go quickly. So we're just going to have a look at Sun. So Sun is a project that is running. That is a project from Justin Sun, of course. It is a governance token for his ecosystem that is growing. And as you can see, they have already had a lot of pools that have ended. They started out with what was called the Genesis mining. It ended on the 16th. So after the Genesis mining, their Genesis mining, you could only use TRX. Now in our Genesis mining, you can only use TRX and UME together. You need both UME and TRX in the same value, both of them added into the liquidity pool on USWAP, and then you can add the LP token that you're receiving back into the Genesis mining. Now, once the Genesis mining stops or ends, we will open up other pools. As you can see, they have a TRX pool, USDT TRX. So basically it's one pool with one token, and then they're having LP pool tokens. Why is this? Why are they doing so? Because they're driving traffic. Everyone who wants to mine Sun, they're putting liquidity into JustSwap, which is Justin Sun's decentralized exchange. So if I want to, let me go back to the active ones. Let's say that I want to use Sun. I was mining Sun. I want to use that Sun, and I want to mine more. What I'm doing is that instead of adding it into the Sun pool, where you earn 4 times the Sun, what I do is that I take both Sun and TRX, the same amount of value of both of them, and I add it to the Sun TRX pool, where you earn 15 times. So what happens? Well, of course, you want to have the 15 times rather than the 4 times, right? So automatically people will, well, I need to get that LP token. I want to get into this pool. They are forwarded to, of course, justswap. They will have to add liquidity of Sun and TRX. Let me just check. No, I don't have a balance on this one. So let's say they want to add, they add 10 Sun that will equal to 3,769 Tron. You confirm it, and then you add both of them into the pool. You receive an LP pool token back. So once you added liquidity to the exchange, you got the LP token, you go back to this site, and then you select it. And then you stake the LP token that you just received from providing liquidity. So you see, guys, every single pool, if people want to mine and receive Sun, every single pool here, except these two, are a liquidity token pool. So you have Sun and you have the TRX pool. Like as we will have the EFT pool and we will have TRX pool. Then we will have EFT TRX, HT TRX, USD TRX, VBTT TRX. We will have all of these liquidity pools as well because we will provide these pools and swaps on our exchange. So we will have multiple pools that you can actually provide liquidity to. And from every single pool that you're providing liquidity to on our exchange, you will receive UME as reward. The more liquidity you provide to the more pools, the more UME token you receive back, and the more EFT you can mine with it. So that is how it basically works. You know, let me just stop to share here. So let's say that this is the USWAP. The exchange will have people going in and people going out. They will be providing liquidity. They will be swapping. They will be trading and everything else. Now, this will be one service. Everybody who adds money or adds liquidity, I'll say money because that's what it is. Liquidity is actually a pool of money. So anyone who adds cryptocurrency or liquidity to USWAP will be receiving the UME token back. So UME. Now, what can we do with this? Why do people want to have this? Because we will have an EFT mining, and the genesis, the most profitable one, the first one, the first mining, the first pool that will be deployed to each and every one of you will be the genesis mining. And you can only use the UME token with TRX added as liquidity to USWAP. That is the only way. Now you're staking, mining EFT. Once the genesis is done, the genesis mining will end and more pools will open. What will these pools do? We have, let's say we have USDT, we have BTT, we have Sun, we have EFT, we have UME, all of these different pools. But keep in mind, it's just like you viewed on Sun right now. It will be in a liquidity token pool. So USDT EFT, Sun EFT, UME TRX, TRX EFT. There will be multiple of these pools. What does that do? Well, that means that anyone who enters the EFT mining will be providing liquidity to our exchange because they will be needing to get the LP token to mine the EFT. So it's, you see how it's all connected? This is how we will drive everything towards everyone. Let me see here. Is the EFT mining going to happen on a different website? Yes, EFT will happen on a completely different website. So it will have a different URL. It will not be connected. It will not be happening inside ECLIPCITY, so to say. But of course, all links and everything will be in ECLIPCITY, as well as it will be as an external link. Why are you not talking about Clever? Not sure what I'm supposed to talk about Clever about. Clever is an independent third-party app. If there's any issues with them, you need to ask their support about that. Let me see here. What is the minimum amount for liquidity? I haven't really thought of that yet. I don't think there is a minimum. Probably $1 or something. I'll check that. As said earlier, all details, for the exchange, for the EFT mining, the percentages, the outgoing, the ingoing, all of this will be released as we release the platform as well. Now, guys, with that, I don't see too many other questions coming in. There's such amazing leaders on this call. We have, people from all over the world that are enjoying our projects, that are enjoying our ecosystem already. Guys, I could not have thanked you enough for everything that you're doing. You're helping not just yourself, not just your own network, but you're helping hundreds of thousands of people around this world. Why? Because everything we do, whatever you do, in some form of way, supports the ECLIPCITY ecosystem and the ECLIPCITY ecosystem community members. So guys, feel proud about what we have accomplished so far. As said, it is nothing against what we are going to accomplish as we move forward. And stay excited. We have so much coming. With that, I'm going to drop off right now. We are closing in on an hour. We are going to keep or hold a lot of Zooms next week. Monday to Friday, we usually do Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. We will actually do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week because we have so much coming. So just stay excited, stay tuned. Let me know if there are any questions back in the chat rooms on the Telegram or in the Facebook. We will take them there. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for coming on, and I will see you soon again. Take care, Rick. Bye-bye.